This is a critical reasoning question in which the question asks us to identify a valid inference. The statement is, it may be largely impossible to avoid getting bitten by a mosquito unless and otherwise one can remain nearly invisible and have a cool body temperature. So the sentence says, until unless we are invisible and have a cool body temperature, it is difficult for us not to be bitten by a mosquito. Let us look at the options. Option A, only visual and thermal signs guide a mosquito towards its host. We definitely know that visual and thermal signs are used by a mosquito, but we do not know whether they are the only signs used by a mosquito to identify or to find its way to a host. Option B, there are very few ways for hosts to avoid being bitten by mosquitoes. The sentence says, until and unless you are invisible and have a cool body temperature, it's difficult to being bitten by a mosquito. There could be various ways in which one can be invisible and have a cool body temperature. So overall, we cannot say that there are very few ways. So option B is also incorrect. Option C, mosquitoes are attracted to certain hosts irrespective of what they do. This is a negation to the statement because it says that until and unless you are invisible and have a cool body temperature, it is difficult to avoid being bitten. Like I said, if there are various ways in which one can be invisible and have a cool body temperature, they can avoid being bitten. So mosquitoes cannot be attracted to the hosts irrespective of what they do. Option D, mosquitoes use visual and thermal signs to locate a host. This is definitely correct because they say your visibility affects your chances of being bitten by a mosquito. Your temperature affects your chances of being bitten by a mosquito. So mosquitoes definitely use visual and thermal signs to locate a host. So option D is the correct answer to this question.